Hey guys, what is up? Back with another video. Today we are going to be getting around to something I haven't done in quite a while. We are going to be wiring the light bar on the roof rack. It's been sitting there without wiring and couldn't turn it on, but we're going to go ahead and do that today. So, as you can see, it's up there, you know. It's 42, I believe, is what the size is. So my idea is here, I'm going to run it down the roof rack. It come through the back because I don't want you to see the wiring like the door trim that most people do on your driver's side. And then I'm going to go on through the cab, which is going to be a lot of extra wiring, but I think it'll look cleaner and be nicer on the interior. So we'll run it out down here, through, back here, and then I'm going to run it through these vents. I already went ahead and removed the interior trim panels, and I have the inside molding out because we're going to go ahead and go in through that hole, and then we'll just run the wiring down underneath the cab and then back out up there, and then we'll use let's see what I got here. So went ahead and bought the Harbor Freight special wire kit, so I have all the wire I need. You know, definitely obviously not going to need this much wire. I'm going to be able to use it for other projects. So and then when we get up to the front, guys, these are the best thing you can buy. I mean, it's cheap, you're not doing it yourself, but I mean, look, it comes with a relay, a switch, a fuse. If you're not confident on your wiring skills, buy one of these guys. That way you don't catch your truck on fire, because a lot of people do that. They think they can run just straight to the battery with nothing else and then a switch, and you end up catching stuff on fire. You'll blow a fuse before you ever have to worry about that. So, okay guys, so I got the start of my positive going, and then I have a spool of the negative. I figured I'd just stop and show you what I've got going on the positive. That way you guys can see what's going on, and of course we're just obviously going to duplicate it for the negative side. So here you go. So I'm running it all the way, got all my spool of negatives over there, but that's not what we're working on right now. So just use a good butt connector, crimp it down, get it all set up. I mean, I've got the wire for the light bar ran, and then we're going to be running it down the edge out through the back hatch, and then obviously duplicating the process with the negative wire. Alright guys, so I duplicated the process with the negative wire and got it butt connected in there and crimped down and all that. Another tip that I do want to let you guys know, which should seem self-explanatory, but there's obviously people who are new to this, they're trying to learn, you know, that's whatever. When you do a connection, if you can, run it to your power source the opposite way, out of the way, just out of the vehicle, and test it. I mean, like that, I just ran those two wires around the door, put them on the battery, and obviously the light bar turned on, so I know those two connections are good. That way when I add connections later, I can go, well, obviously it's not that one, you know, process of elimination. That way later on, if there is a problem, it's easier to solve. Coming off of our light bar, we have our wires ran, taped up, and then they are ran through this grommet. And they are going to come out, and down here I will go ahead and chop the rest of this plastic off just enough to get me in there, and then I will get back to the video. Okay, update guys, we're going to completely scratch my original idea. I have a better plan. So originally I was going to run the light bar down through the back. Well, I started thinking, why not run it through the grommet up here? And as I thought about that, the more I thought about it, why not run it through the very front one right next to the freaking light bar? So right here, we're just gonna go ahead and put a hole. I'll run it, I'll pull the headliner back, run it down straight down this B pillar, and then do the floorboard up front through the engine bay, and then we will have that the same effect, but with a lot less wires, so, and less connections probably too. So this is a lot better idea. So I'm just gonna go ahead and drill the hole. Same exact thing, we're just rerouting which way we're sending the wires. So if you're doing this on a Tahoe/Yukon, your pillar's right here. I pulled the pillar back, you know, it's just little push pins everywhere. So I mean, it pulls out super easy. Then you have the handle, which is gonna be three 10s. And once that loosens up this, I should be able to peel the headliner back just enough that I can fish that wire through to here, and then it'll be smooth sailing the rest of the way. Attempt number 2, take 2. We have the wire running in, down there, in through the grommet, and then it runs through the hole. This is nice and sealed, and it is coming out of there. So I'm gonna go ahead and start by getting this all tacked back up and then running this down. That way at least can have the roof ready. If I don't have time because dark's fast approaching, I can still take a break till tomorrow, but it'll all be kind of close to decent. Next step is done. We have officially got it ran through the grommet. It's put back together. That actually might need a pin that you popped in. I think there's still one on in, but you get the point. It's behind this. Then we have it running out of the bottom by the seat. Oh my gosh. But then we're gonna run it this way up through here. Probably there's a grommet I've been running my wiring through, and then we'll come popping out the other side, and we should be good to go. It's actually the day after because it got pretty dark pretty quick, but we're done now, and I figured I'd just go ahead and show you guys the final product. As you can see, the light bar's working. It's nice and bright during the nighttime. I tested it out last night. It's pretty awesome. But wiring's running. It runs in through down under the rubber grommet. Through the headliner, the B-pillar, down underneath my whatever you call it, just trim panel, and then up through there into the cab, or into the engine bay, wired to there, switch comes back. I haven't put the switch where I want it to go eventually, just like my rock light switch, but this cigarette charger doesn't work anyway, so we'll put it in there, and then yeah, works nice and good. So you can see it's on, and then flip the switch, it's off. So that glass definitely needs to be cleaned on there, but it still shines very bright. I might add a clip of it at night too, so you guys can see how it works, but there it is for you. So slowly getting there.